Hey everyone, hey YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, it's Brooke here. And I just want to say to all my fans and subscribers, thank you for your support. I've been getting a lot of emails and Facebook chats and messages on Instagram about people interested in spiritual phenomena as well as extraterrestrials, spiritual beings, demons, angelic beings, Andromedans, Syrians, reptilians, gray aliens, vril, cloning centers, magic, occult, the dark occult, the light occult, the gray or neutral. So I've been having a lot of discussions with people. So I'm really thankful that people are hitting me up to have these discussions, because not only do you learn something from me, but I learn something from you, because I don't know everything. So I'm happy to learn from others. It's helping me out a lot with this spiritual journey and the spiritual understanding of life. If you guys really like my channel and the work that I'm doing, please don't hesitate to donate. The money does go towards building a better website, and I'm able to get more equipment and stuff to invest in my business, so that'll be really helpful. Also, if you want to have conversations with me, like some people, they hit me up and they ask me a lot of questions, I definitely encourage people to donate, because I do take a lot of time answering these messages. You know, I might talk to someone for 2 hours, 3 hours, I might talk to them throughout the day, I might see messages for them throughout the whole day, and it's hard for me sometimes because I have a lot of other things to do. So I always encourage people, yes, definitely donate. I don't mind talking to you. You know, I'm not in it for the money. I've been doing this for 10 years, over 10 years, and I don't really ask anybody for money, because that's just not what I'm about. But it's all about reciprocity, you know. I'm not asking for much, but if you really do like the work that I do, please donate, buy some artwork. If you want some custom artwork done, I'm doing portraits of people. The prices are on my website, which I'll post below. If you want a logo design or a graffiti design or something, we can talk about it. I just did a project for someone. I hope they like it. I sent it out to them a few days ago. So if you want some projects and things, or if you want to get a reading done, my readings go from $10 and up. Sometimes they can be $60 depending on what it is. I do prayer, I do readings, I do photography also, so if you want that done. If you're in the area, if you're too far, I can't do it, I'm sorry. But I do photo editing, so if you have photos that you want to touch up a little bit or clean up, or if you have a photo that you really are trying to recover as best as you can and you can't really do it because there's too many pixels or something, I can try to work on it. So just send it to me and I'll see what I can do. But definitely check out the website. All this stuff is going towards the truth movement, fighting against the cloning center, fighting against the GMOs, the chemtrails, the lies that they tell us in school, the lies that they tell us in religion to suppress our spiritual ability. I can go into deep conversations about telekinesis and psychic ability, tapping into our true self, our true spiritual nature. And I love having conversations with people, but please, I am very generous. Like, I really don't like to ask people for money, because that's not what it's about. But to keep a business running, we just have to be 100. I need money to keep my business running. So I would like to say thank you for all the people who have been donating, purchasing things, liking and subscribing. And I understand sometimes we're broke sometimes. The best thing you can do is share my stuff with somebody, or share my artwork, or share my words, because I am really putting myself out here for this movement, to the point where I'm making a lot of sacrifices. So anybody who's an artist or a spiritual person, definitely always support them, because us artists, we do a lot for so little. We really do. And I'm not saying that to have a pity party or anything, or make anyone feel bad. As artists, like musicians, writers, we work really, really hard, and we don't ask for much. We really don't. Our job is to raise the vibration of the planet and spread truth. So it's not all about the money, but we always got to be cognizant of the hard work and time that people put into the stuff that they do. So I'm sorry, my leg hurts. My leg hurts. So okay, yeah. So the business is doing well and is growing. I'm glad that I'm reaching people. And like I said before, if you don't have any money, you can always like, subscribe, share my page. That is just as important as money, because you're sharing my page and eventually someone's going to say, hey, I want to purchase something, or hey, I want to donate. So it's just as good as, you know, if you don't have any money. And if you do have $5, $10, I don't care if it's $1, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I appreciate the effort, you know, I really do. I don't care what it is, you know, I'm not upset. I'm not going to stop doing what I do just because I'm not getting the kind of money I want. Because like I said before, it's really not about the money. It is about reaching people with this truth. But today I want to get into a few things, just a few announcements. I gotta switch to this side because, oh, my leg. Like, my leg. I'm getting old. Just a few announcements here. I'm making updates to my website this week. I will have my latest artwork, photography, and stuff up there. I'm going to be on social media just a little bit more, because a lot of people who, especially people who've been buying my artwork and stuff and who have been donating, have been hitting me up on Facebook. My Facebook is Rose Thorne Art and Spirituality. My Instagram is magical_alien. On my Instagram, I'm going to be posting photos. I might post some artwork soon. I really don't like to post my artwork on social media because people do steal. People do steal other people's artwork, and it is under the copyright of Facebook, anything that you post. So I like to post my stuff on my website, so please check that out. Some sections are member exclusive, so be sure to become a member of my website. Eventually I'll be giving out prizes and giveaways and things like that, so just to keep people interested in the website. Alright, so let me just get to what I want to say. Let me check my time. So I am living in such a great time right now because there's so many people that are waking up and they're not afraid to just take that leap of faith into the truth. And when you first start getting into truth, it's like going into a dark cave trying to find the light, and it's very, very scary sometimes. Like when I first started discovering things about, well, I've been into the extraterrestrial scene for a long time, but when I stumbled across cloning, I knew they were cloning people, but I didn't know it was this bad. I've watched so many documentaries. I've watched Donald Marshall. I've watched Phil Chupa. I watched Phil Schneider talk about these underground bases. I've even had weird dreams a long time ago about being places like this. So I'm so thankful to have people that understand what I'm saying, that they don't just call people crazy. I can't stand when people call folks crazy, because there's a huge epidemic of people seeing demons and having weird dreams about being in a cloning center. And there are instances of people seeing weird things in the sky, like UFOs and things like that. Some were spiritual and some were made by the government. There's a lot of people getting sick from eating this crappy food out here. That's why I became vegan and vegetarian, and I do eat fish sometimes. I know that's not, you know, but my healer said fish is, I need particularly to eat that, otherwise I'm not going to be very healthy. But besides that, I don't want to eat meat anymore because I've noticed that the meat isn't the same as it used to be. I actually literally got sick, and I gained a lot of weight, and I was very sluggish, very tired. I was sweating a lot. Like, I just had to cut the meat out of my diet for the sake of health. And I do feel a lot better. I feel like my energy is more in my eye, is more balanced. And it's not like here, then here, then here, then, you know, I feel like the meat is taking the energy right out of my body. We're supposed to eat to nourish and energize the body, not to suck the life out of the body. That's death. So I don't want death. I want life. And I want to eat living food in a living body, as Professor Griff has said in one of his lectures. So this is a great time for truthers to be in, because nobody's calling anybody crazy anymore, because the fact of the matter is things are starting to come together, because the more we see these blood sacrifices, every year a celebrity or two are dying, and they'll be 26, 35, unheard of, people with millions of dollars. There are people who have nothing, who have been on drugs their whole life, who had a rough life that could live until 100. But you have these people in Hollywood just dropping dead like flies, like as if we don't realize they're doing satanic ritual. You know, these rituals are not going to get any better. They're not going to stop. They're very blatant with their blood sacrifices these days. And this is a spiritual war. At the end of the day, all this pain and all this suffering and all these things going on has to do with the soul. Has to do with the soul, okay? This world is perishable. The soul is eternal, okay? We all know this. This is in the ancient texts. It's in many, many religious texts. There's some gems in religion, but there's also a lot of mind control, okay? There's a lot of things in religion that make people feel bad for just every single thing, and that's not what it's about. It's about becoming a better soul, a better person. You're not going to get everything right. This world is not perfect. So what makes you think that you can be better than your conditions? You can only just do the best you can with what you have during this incarnation, okay? So I really appreciate all the emails and stuff. Like I said before, my emails that I get are very, very long, and I have to take my time to go through them. So I apologize if my respawn time is not good. I usually respond in 48 hours, but it took me a week to respond to somebody. I feel really, really bad about that because I was so busy that I just overlooked an email, and I do not like to let emails linger in the box because it makes people feel like, I thought you said I could talk to you and you're not responding. So the best way to get me is on Facebook, because Facebook goes automatically to my phone. If my phone starts acting up and I can't talk to you, I must let you know my phone's not acting right, because I gotta get another one, or factory reset, because my phone acts up sometimes. But hit me up on Facebook, Rose Thorne Art and Spirituality. I'm the chick with the dreadlocks, okay? Or I like to say locks. I don't like to say dread, but I'm a chick with the locks, okay? If you see that come up. There's a lot of Rose Thorns, but I'm the one with the locks. But yeah, so I'm feeling really good today. I'm sorry, I gotta apologize to my subscribers. My bouts of anger have got to be leveled and balanced. So I'm gonna be praying to my ancestors for them to help me work on my anxiety and my anger. I don't mean to be angry. I just, when you look into truth every day, because I study this stuff every single day, and it's some hard stuff to look at sometimes. It just makes me angry, and it's not right to let other things lower the vibration. But it's like, sometimes I get really angry at what these evil elitists do, especially to children, and the fact that they keep trying to hide the alien presence on the planet. That really bothers me, because at this point it's gonna come out one way or another. But when you really get into truth and you keep digging and digging, you realize this world is a very, very evil place. I laugh and chuckle to myself because I was looking at someone's YouTube, and they said this world is so bad that they'd rather be in hell. And I'm like, God damn, this world's that bad? Jeez. That this world's getting so bad to the point where there are people that want to go to hell willingly. Like, they'd rather go to hell than be here. And we've got to do better than this. I mean, we have to do better. We really do. And I don't expect this world to get better. I just expect people to get better, souls to get better, because the matrix is going to break down and just fizzle out as the planet ascends. So we're not going to sit here and worry about making the world better, but let's make ourselves better. Let's make our surroundings better. That's all we can really do, and raise vibration and get that truth out there and let people know that they're not alone. All right? There are aliens, there are spirits, there are demons. There are spiritual baths you have to take. If you keep having nightmares and you feel like there's something attacking you, or there's random things going on in your life that don't make sense, and why is everything going wrong all the time, you could be attacked by a malevolent force in the spirit, because you're not vibrating on the right level to some extent. So we have to, it's a science to it. Like, we really have to take this stuff seriously, because there is a world that we do not see. And we have to deal with the seen world, and we have to deal with the unseen world every single day. So every day is a fight, every day is a battle, and you have to always try to keep your chakras healthy and clear. keep your vibration high. I know sometimes there are things in life where it could bring you down, like the rent, the bills. Your partner might want to leave you because you're not making enough money, or you don't look good enough, or things ain't going right in your life, and these things happen to all of us. I was just speaking to someone who said they went through a heartbreak. I'm like, trust me, I have been through plenty of those. And it gets easier the older you get, because you realize sometimes a person is supposed to be in your life for a certain period of time, and then they're not supposed to be there at a certain period of time. You know, that's just what it is. And when you're young, it's harder to deal with heartbreak. When you get older, you just like, it's time to move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just like, it's gonna hurt, you know. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna feel some pain. But when you get older and you have experience, you just be like, yeah, it's just another day. Let's just keep it moving. So that's how you build emotional strength. You build soul strength. The more that you go through things, the more challenges that you face, the better you get at dealing with things. One problem I have is my anger, so I'm going to try to work on it. I'm not going to try to be so angry, okay? I know this material about cloning and ELF waves and, and just the ratchetness and the disgraceful nature of the media just spewing out garbage for a quick buck and for ratings. It just gets sickening, especially to people like myself who is an artist. There are lots of people who draw, who paint, who make cartoons, who sing, who write. They really put their all into their craft, and they cannot get a chance because they won't sell out. And also, half the people I know are better than the motherfuckers on TV. Better at singing, better at art, better. And I don't understand why these people aren't famous. It's the system. The system will accept people who are willing to sell out. And not all of us are willing to do that. So we all have to be strong. And if you have your own business, be strong, because it's hard sometimes. You know, it's a constant struggle. It's a constant battle. And, you know, I just want to say to everyone, just hang in there. And I really appreciate all of the love and the care and the respect and the people looking out for me. Sometimes people hit me up to see if I'm okay and things like that. So I really appreciate that, guys. You have no idea that this journey has been really rough for me when I first started out wanting to do art and wanting to be a cartoonist and wanting to be an action star. And then when I learned about the Illuminati and I learned about the demonic worship, and when I learned about what you have to do to be famous, it just crushed me, because it's like I really love art. Like, I'm an artist and I want to share my craft. Like, I like to draw, I like to sing, I like to write music, you know, I like to be in front of the camera, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really shy in real life. Like, I'm so shy I can't even get my words right in a sentence, but I love being on camera. Like, I love being on camera, I love doing art projects and photography projects, so that's just my nature. But to get hit with this brick wall, like, well, if you want to be in Hollywood, you gotta play the game. And I'm sad, because I really was one of those people that I was starry-eyed. I saw Marilyn Monroe and Lucille Ball and, you know, who else did I like? Keanu Reeves. And I love these action stars like Angelina Jolie. Like, she's a badass. I'm like, oh my God, I love Angelina. You know, and I love these stars and stuff. I'm like, man, I want to be a badass action star. Just because my brother, peace to him, he's an ancestor now, but both of us want to be, you know, in movies and stuff like that. Like, it just runs in our family. Like, we are a family of creative people. So it's like, I want to do that. It's like, I want to kick ass. I want to be like in John Wick. I want to be like, you see how I'm trying to be like, today I want to look like the Matrix. Like, I came out the Matrix today. I'm trying to kick ass for the truth movement, because this is the thing here, though. We can do whatever we want to do. Thank God for YouTube and all this stuff, because back then the only way you could be on some type of platform was to go through Hollywood or these things. But now people can make their own stuff, so it's a little bit harder, but it's better this way. Because honestly, if I didn't have to go through all that Illuminati and blood sacrifice and all that stuff, I would try to probably go to Hollywood and try to be a star, because everyone gets starry-eyed. Like, I want to be on TV and all this stuff, but nothing is for free in this world, you know. I knew there had to be a catch to it, and when I started digging and digging and digging and realizing that it's a very dangerous game trying to fuck around with Hollywood, and I'm not trying to be about that life. Like, I'm not that evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be a certain level. And I'm going to end this really quickly because my thing keeps cutting off sometimes. But for my fellow artists who draw and people who do music and all this stuff, hang in there and build your own brand if you want to go independent. It's a very rough road, not going through the corporations, but it will be more fulfilling in the end, because if you can make maybe 6 figures or close to $1 million just doing what you do without Hollywood and stuff, go for it. But I'm telling you for sure, once you start getting a certain amount of attention and making a certain amount of money, they are going to approach you. And that's the scariest thing. Like, you kind of have to maneuver in a way where you don't get yourself in trouble or you get yourself caught up. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard, but you know, I'm going to find a way to be an artist. I'm going to find a way to do what I love to do without having to sell out or be a certain way or just do it for the money. Like, I really just want to do it because I'm passionate about my craft. So, and I know other people are too. Like, I know a lot of people on a lot of truthers, they rap, they sing, they like taking pictures, and you know, everybody's so creative, and we should make our own Hollywood. We should make our own, like, you know how they did Bollywood? We should just do our own thing, you know, make our own artistic empire where we don't have to go through the system. But then again, anything that makes money, they're gonna come after that shit. It is what it is. But anybody that is really speaking truth, and you're really with the ancestors, and you're really doing the work, and you're really grinding and making sacrifices for this movement, then we have protection. We have protection from the Most High. We have protection from the angelic presence on the planet that's been protecting us and helping us, people who are really trying to do good work for the community. And the best thing we can do is spread truth and inspire each other to keep going. If it weren't for these brave people on YouTube who came out and said, listen, I saw aliens, I'm here having weird dreams, and that's been happening to me since I was a kid, and I didn't know who to talk to. And if it weren't for that video or that cartoon or that artist or that person who put that together, saved my life, made me feel like I'm not alone, made me feel like I'm not crazy, there's not something wrong with me, like I know what I saw. Okay, there are lots of worlds and realms that we don't see every day. There's lots of things going on that we don't really pay attention to because they have us locked into this monetary stuff, okay? Or it's just a system of control. And I'm not saying money is bad. Money is good. We should have abundance. That's something I learned today in the temple, which is a wonderful place. Nothing wrong with having money, you know. You don't have to be spiritual and broke. It's good to have what you need and what you want, you know. You shouldn't have to be broke. That's not right. Nobody should have to be poor in a world of plenty. But, you know, just if you have everything you want and need, and you don't have to live in excess, then that's all you really need. So, I'm going to get off of here before this thing cuts off. So everyone, I just pray to everyone. I hope everyone has a good week. I know the month of August has been really tough for a lot of people because a lot of people have been going through depression. There's a planetary thing going on, and the energies were all out of whack during that month for a lot of people. Last month, I took so many L's last month, and I had a very bad depression. But I don't know what it was, if it was the ancestors or just my strength, but I had this bad depression for a few weeks, and then one day I just felt better. I just was like, I'm over it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move on, right? I was in such a bad depression, but I snapped out of it as quickly as I got into it, which was a blessing from the Most High, because it is hard to snap out of depression. Anybody who has depression and anxiety, sometimes you can't even get out of the damn bed. You just ask yourself, why? Another day, like Groundhog Day. I feel like Bill Murray, and this is fucking Groundhog Day every day with the same shit. But then you snap out of it and you realize, oh my God, this is a wonderful time to be living because there's people really passionate about the truth. And that's amazing. And I'm so happy to go on YouTube and see people. Not everyone has their information on point, but the fact that people are trying to figure out something or trying to search for something is a good start. And we need that. You know, we need that. We need to keep learning from each other. I learn a lot from other YouTubers and documentaries and books and other people I've spoken to on Facebook and on Instagram. I've learned a lot. A lot of people have seen aliens. Trust me, they've sent me so many emails, and a lot of people have seen demons. So this stuff is very, very real. And let's help each other to raise that vibration so we don't have to deal with these demonic, malevolent beings anymore. We don't have to deal with that. There's just so many negative energies. They want to keep the negative energy because that's how these beings exist in this world. They need the negative energy to exist. So guys, like I said before, if you have any questions about if you saw something weird, like if you saw like an extraterrestrial, if you had a weird dream about something that you don't understand, I've been going through this stuff my whole life. So nothing really sounds super crazy to me unless you're just straight lying just to talk to me, or just bullshitting around just to get pry into my life or whatever. Because I know people do stuff like that. Like, we don't have time for that. If you really have a serious question about extraterrestrial affairs or seeing spirits or going through a spiritual experience in your life, hit me up for a reading. We can have a discussion. You can get a reading. The reading is a small one, is $10. You know, get a reading, get a spiritual reading, get a love reading, an ancestral reading. I have a deck for that. I have a comedic deck for people who are really interested in origins. I have a spellcaster's deck, and I have just a general deck that I usually use for a majority of my readings because I really love that deck. The artwork is so amazing. But we can discuss some things to find out what's going on with you. If you need healing, if like you try to talk to people and about this stuff and they think you're crazy or whatever, you don't need to be around those people. We need to be around people who know what's going on in the world, in the planet. And I meant to say in the planet because a lot of things live in the planet. A lot of things live in the earth, okay? The things that are living inside the earth are actually controlling what's on the outer layers of the earth. So, but anyway, I'm going to be making more videos about discussing just different topics each week. I'm just making plans for that, trying to get everything set up. So everybody, like I said before, check out my Instagram, Magical Alien is magical_alien, and Facebook is Rose Thorne Art and Spirituality. You can send me a message at any time. If you send it really late, just give me a few hours to respond. If you want to talk to me about if you're having weird dreams and you're not feeling right, you feel like there's something standing at your bed at night when you're trying to sleep, you keep waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning between the hours of 12 and 3, you keep hearing someone calling your name in the faint distance, stuff like that, you can give me send me a message, send me an email, brookthorne1@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to work with you to see what's going on, because I'm also learning too, you know, each case is definitely interesting. I would have to say that. Each person with their ordeal with the spiritual